What's up, everyone? Welcome to Do More Life. If this is your first time watching, this is a live stream, and normally we do this on Saturdays, but um, due to unforeseen circumstances, we will do this on a Sunday morning here in Thailand or Saturday night in the good old US of A. Um, a topic was brought to me recently about I sold everything and I moved to Southeast Asia. And I thought to myself, after the last 3 weeks and month of the things that I've been through and that kind of thing, hey, Henry, um, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about some of this stuff because, as some of you know, I've been really sick for the last month. I have some good news to report on that. Hey, Doug, good to see you. Mitchell, how you doing? Um, but so if you sell everything to come to Southeast Asia, you leave nothing at home. Now, let's say, hey, Alaskan, miss you vlogs. Yep, they're coming back. They're coming back. Bangkok's good, Dave. I love Bangkok. Love Bangkok. Mr. Jim is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Good. First moderator I can drop a wrench to there. Thank you, sir, for being here. If you are also new to these live streams, we interact with each other comment wise, and that's how we operate the live stream. So if you're not comfortable with me stopping mid topic and going over and talking to with the commenters, then maybe this is not the quite exact live stream for you. Spicy Salsa says, hey, Do More Life, I'm a big fan, never participated in a live stream with you before. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. Steve says, now you tell me. Yoon says, hi, JC, hope you got well by now. Oh, I have some good news on that, brother. Let me get my mouse. I left my computer mouse. 1 second, guys. Don't worry, I'm coming right back. Right back. Just gotta get my mouse out of my backpack. Okay, so I can scroll through some of these concepts here. So sorry to hear you were ill. How's work going? Everything's fine. Everything's going good. I have no complaints here. So hey, Stephen, I am doing much better. But before I get to that, I want to talk about it for a second. So I was really sick the last 3 to 4 weeks, like really sick. And the thought crossed my mind a few times of, hey, you may have to go back to America to get the care that you need. I mean, that's possible because you just might not be able to find it here in Thailand. And if that happens, I have no place to live. I have no health insurance in America. Good morning, stuck in Florida. Drop you a wrench in there. So I have no place to live. I have no health insurance. I have no job. I have no transportation, and I have nowhere to live. So, because I was one of those people that picked up everything I had. Hey, Aubrey, good to see you this morning. Because I picked up everything I had and moved to Southeast Asia thinking I was just going to make it and no questions would ever be asked about anything. And my health would be fine. Everything would be good. Then I didn't have anything left at home. That was a huge mistake. A very huge mistake on my part. At the very least, I am going to recommend to you to make sure that you have a place to live or someone to stay with or somebody's house to stay in and a means of transportation because you never know what kind of emergency could come up while you're in Southeast Asia, Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, wherever, Cambodia, whatever the case may be. You don't know what's going to happen. And with you not knowing what's going to happen, please, guys, listen to me. I'm speaking from my own experience here. I'm not going home because yesterday was a big day in my health, and I'm going to tell you all about it. but there's no chance of me going home. Um, but I can tell you that if things would not have improved, if yesterday would not have happened, I was on the slow roll uh, to having no choice but to eventually go back home. So um, let me say this. Stuck in Florida says we all make mistakes, JC. I know I've made some doozies. Yeah, absolutely. Um, thing about this was I didn't leave anything in the Western world for me to go back to. Like I even took all my long sleeve. It's winter right now where I live in North Carolina. I took all my long sleeve stuff and gave it to Goodwill. I just gave it to Goodwill, shot it down the chute at Goodwill, and because I just thought I never needed it again, never needed it again. All my pants, all my shirts, all my long sleeve, the hoodies, the everything. I probably threw away thousands of dollars worth of clothes, not threw away, but gave away all of that stuff. So hey Frank, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for checking in on me. I really, really, really appreciate it. Caroline Hillbilly, good to see you. Um, Spicy Sauce King says I have a question, but I don't want to steer your discussion topic in a way you don't want. What I'm wondering is how easy for how easy is it for those with a Thai citizenship passport to get visas for Southeast Asia? I don't know the answer to that question. I do know that I have dated a Thai girl here, and she had to wait on a visa from another country. I think it was China or Malaysia. I can't remember because she went to both. But anyway, I really wouldn't know the answer to that question. I'm very sorry. Robert, hi. How have you been? Getting better, man. Spicy Sauce King says, okay, was wondering in terms of bringing companions overseas. You mean taking them from Thailand back to your home country? That may be if it's in America. I'm not sure how that works either. Because I've never done it, but it's a good question. Prep for it. What's up, buddy? I have a lot of sweaters and coats. It would be good to donate them all. That's exactly what I did. No worries there, Spicy. Okay, so let's talk about now that we got a few people in here, let's talk about what's been going on with me and my health, and let me give you guys some answers so I'll know. That shouldn't be much of a problem, Spicy. Robert says if it's America, you have to get married to bring her to the country. That probably sounds about right, to be honest with you. But to tell you guys what's been going on with me. So I've always had a few medical conditions that are exacerbated by stress, and I have chronic insomnia too. I've shared this many times on what the deal is with me, and I'm gonna explain to you why you haven't been seeing any content. It's not that I've had creator's block, because I have many ideas on recording many pieces of content. Be accountable too. Hey, good to see you. And I have some content already that I've recorded that I just need to put together. It was finding the time because I was sleeping, trying to sleep about 10 hours a day and work at the same time. And also making, trips to the consular service, trips to the immigration office, trips to this, trips to that, having to get paperwork for this, paperwork for that. And it was a constant commotion of a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't know the outcome to any of it. So what happened yesterday was this. This is for all my loyal DoMoreLifers that have been concerned about me, that have been worried about me. I want you guys all to know that I am going to be just fine. It's going to take a couple weeks for me to get completely back to normal. But last night, I slept all night last night. I slept all night. I had no problems because there are several issues that compound the chronic insomnia that I have. So I had zero problems last night. I went to sleep at 10:30. I woke up at 5 a.m. 6.5 hours sleep is good, but I try to shoot for about 7. Try to go for about 7 hours of sleep if I can get it, because at 7 hours of sleep, I'm pretty good to go. By the way, I'm not endorsing Coca-Cola in any way, form, or fashion. I just happen to be drinking it, or any other product. Stuck in Florida says, talking about bringing people back to America, says not necessarily just to visit America, but it can be very difficult. I've heard that. Hey, Addie, good morning. Good to see you. Glad you are dropping by the stream this morning and catching up on everything. New York says, brother, I would kill the sleep all night long. I'm telling you, man, it was the most incredible feeling when I woke up this morning and I was in no pain, and because this chronic insomnia has been messing with other aspects of my body. Not sleeping is not healthy, guys. In case you didn't know that, it's really, really, really not healthy. That's why, getting back to the point of the video, I'm telling you, make sure you leave some assets, something in your home country, so that if you need to make that run out of here to get the health care, or to get, maybe somebody in your family passes away or something like that, you need somewhere to go. Especially if that's the last member of your family, you need somewhere to go and you need means of transportation. Try to leave those two things in particular. Try to leave those two things in your home country. And if you do, you will probably most likely be a lot less stressed about any situation that can come up. And you will also probably be a lot more comfortable with any situation that comes up. The reason for that is, if you know you got a place to go to and you know you got means of transportation, most of you guys are going to be over here on a pension or some type of, rolling passive income, that kind of thing anyway. So you're probably not going to have to worry about money. You just need somewhere to go and something to drive, or be on a light rail somewhere or something like that. So that's my really, really important thing I want you guys to understand, because I didn't realize how important it was to make sure that you do the work on the back end. That's what I call the work on the back end of living in Thailand and living in Southeast Asia. You do the work on the back end to make sure that the front end has less stress on it. Prep for it says, glad you're getting some sleep, Jeremy. You look well rested. I am so well. I'll take my glasses off for you guys. There are no dark. It looks dark because the light's not coming in. My nose is shadowing out this eye, but you can see this eye. There's no dark circles. I rested very well last night, and I am super stoked about it. I made a short video about my experience with the doctor yesterday, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Robert says, yes, I was just trying to sum it up quickly. Pretty much they have to prove some. Yeah, that's true. Doug says, Jeremy, always good to have some American friendship there, bro. It is good. It's always good. And thankfully, I have some good friends here. And I'm very proud to call them my friends as well. If you guys enjoy this content, or you, I don't know, find value in it or whatever, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, and it's always good for the channel for sure. So moving along, week number 1, when I moved here, I moved on a Friday, and I moved on a Saturday, and went straight to work that next Monday. So on that next Monday, it was all go, no quit. The visa transfer process had a kink in it, and the kink's fixed. Now everything's fine with my visa and work permit and all that stuff. Everything's fine, but there was a small discrepancy that the schools did not understand as they were trying to transfer the 9B visa and the work permit. So I was forced to do an in and out of the country. This is not your typical visa run. It was a little more complex than that. In fact, I didn't do a visa run at all because I didn't get a visa when I went out of the country. Everything when I came back in was already prepared, already ready to go. So that was no big deal. The country I went to, I will tell you about in the video that I will be showing you. Addie says, oh, wait, Yoon says, good to hear that you've gotten good sleep last night. You have been overworked and stressed out. You're supercharged up this morning. Keep it up. I am. Thank you, man. Thank you, Yoon. I appreciate that. Addie says, I got dark circles around my eyes from partying with U2 mates after the U2 concert. That's a different story. That's a different story. That's okay. That's okay. No big deal. Stuck in Florida says, yeah, if they don't have property in their name and a long-term bank account, it's almost impossible. And he's talking about people traveling from Thailand over here. So, anyway, moving right along. What happened was I got overloaded mentally and physically, overloaded, and was unable to cope in the normal way that I cope with things. I went to the doctor yesterday, and this was the best decision I have made in weeks, months, possibly years. Addie says, got an interview also about the Great Barrier Reef for my audiobooks. When scientists was talking, all I could see was moving back to John Tien. I hear you, buddy. Terry says, Jeremy from Savannah, Georgia. I don't know what I'm still learning Thai, man. Just bear with me on the Thai, but good to see you, Terry, nonetheless. I went to the doctor yesterday morning, and it is so, if you don't hear nothing else I say in this live stream, if you're going to come over here and live or stay, even if you're coming over here on a tourist visa and you want to extend that tourist visa for 30 more days and you want to be here for 90 days, please find you a doctor or a clinic or what's up, the gentleman? Find you a doctor or clinic and do your research on them, right? That's what I did when I moved to Thailand. And I've been using, basically, other than little clinic visits here or there, for various things. But I've been using the same doctor since I got here. And the consultation yesterday, just the consultation, okay, was an hour and 15 minutes. What doctor in America do you know that's going to spend an hour and 15 minutes listening to you explain the whole situation of what's going on internally, externally with your body? Like, who does that, right? These people over here this one does. This is an English-speaking doctor. I do believe she's part Thai and part something else, but she works at one of the international hospitals here in Bangkok. I'm not exactly which one. And in the video, and I'll say it here too, I'm not going to get involved in giving away names of these places. If you want to know exactly, if something happens and you need a doctor or you need to know a place to go, you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and I'll be more than happy to assist you in trying to find the right person for the right need. So Leonard says, if you eat well and exercise regularly but don't get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, you may undermine all of your efforts. Did you write that backwards? Are you saying if you don't eat well and don't exercise regularly and get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, you may undermine all of your other efforts? That would make sense, Leonard. That would definitely make sense. And as far as eating well goes, I eat very healthy. I eat a lot of Thai food that's not spicy. And Thai food is actually extremely healthy. Most of it, you would be very surprised. And then, so I also take these vitamin C performance tablets. I also take I think it's a lactic acid, that kind of thing. Anyway, Stuck in Florida says you don't get 15 minutes in America and it's going to cost 10 times as much. Yeah, my consultation visit was like 1,200 baht or whatever, and my insurance paid for it, so it cost me nothing. Um, she sent me home. She said, "Look, this is going to be a 2 to 3 week process. I'm going to consult. This is how good this doctor is. I'm going to consult with my colleagues at work next week. You call me." This is what she said. "You call me on Tuesday at lunchtime." Can't do that one. The gentleman, sorry about that. YouTube, I don't mind you saying that, but YouTube's very, very strict. So we have to go by YouTube's rules. But she told me to call her on Tuesday and she would have an answer for me, and then call her office, and they would make the necessary adjustments in terms of any medications that I had to take. And I was so, so happy that she had listened to me and that she had at least attempted to find a solution to the problem. And she's on the right track, because day one for the first time in I don't know, maybe 6 months or even more than that. I slept all night. And when I woke up, I wasn't a mess. I was good. I was clear headed. I didn't have any of the pains and aches and the other stuff that comes along with the insomnia. I was so happy, so happy. Eddie says, "I drank too much alcohol over 4 months. Had to come back to Australia to save my life. I hardly drink anymore. Eat well, exercise lots. Health is everything at 52. Health is everything at every age, Eddie. I agree with you. At 52, it does. At 62, it gets even more important. You know, my father's pushing. He's in his early 60s, and thank God, or whatever whoever you might believe in or don't believe in, whatever. Thank something that he is in really, really good health. I always hope and just pray for my father's health, because I want him to enjoy. He's getting ready to retire, and I want him to enjoy his retirement. He deserves it. He deserves it. I have a very good father. The gentleman says, "No like Lions Manor." Manor? No like Lions Manor. I'm not sure what you're saying there, brother. Thomas says, "Winston Churchill lived on 4 hours or less every day of his life." And there are people that are wired that can do that. They can live on 4 hours of sleep. They can live on 2 hours of sleep. They can do it every day of their life. This guy is not one of them. It just ain't happened. Yeah, we can't use any of those words there. The gentleman, sorry about that. Margaret Thatcher had 4 hours of sleep a night. Yeah, I can't do it. Let's see. Healthy medicine. Yes, healthy medicine is always a good thing. We didn't even get into the topics of talking about, some of the new stuff that's being released here, like the CBD oil and stuff like that is on the market, but we didn't even talk about it. It never came up in conversation. And I was going to ask what her opinion on the matter was. I know she has a license for it. I was going to see what the deal with that was, but it seems that I got the hookup pretty good. And I don't mean the hookup on medication pretty good. I got a whole lot of advice yesterday. I got a whole lot of sit down, talk to, some things to do in my life that will help me out. I got some things. I did get switch some medications that I normally take. Some of this had to do with my heart condition. Some of it didn't. Some of it has to do with various other issues. Stuck in Florida says that was types of that you can buy in the store, JC. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Addie says, have to have 8 hours of sleep, even a few hours in the afternoon. Sleep is king. I agree. I agree. I agree. Sleep will make you or break you 100%. Spicy says, I've got a question about Patia. I'll keep it YouTube okay. Are there any White Russian, Eastern European? Well, we can't say the WG. None speak English. I will tell you the answer to your question is okay. Thank you, Stuck in Florida. The answer to your question is yes, there are. And excuse me, I'm trying to figure out how to make that go away. Yes, there are, and I would not recommend partaking in any of those because there are a lot of things that can go wrong there. Frank says, can you use a USA RX in Thailand? I don't know for sure. There's been some talk about that, but I'm not 100% sure. Very doubtful, Frank. Good question, though. Ross says, lack of sleep has broken me. You preaching to the choir. Good to see you, Ross, by the way. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. I appreciate it. It's all right, Spicy. Just kind of have to get used to how we do things here on the channel. It's one of those things. It's no problem. I don't care what you say, but YouTube does. Yoon says, exercise is so important. Yesterday morning, I did 115 kilometers. And then last night, I slept straight until 6:30 a.m. this morning. Those who said they can sleep 2 to 4, wait till you are 50 plus and above. You got a good point there. You got a good point, Yoon. Spicy says, some pharmacists may choose to give it to your technically without a script. That's true. It's depending on the area that you're in, but the thing about it is it's not a good idea to ever do that. It's really not. It's just not a good idea. You need a doctor that understands interactions of any other meds that you may be taking. So it's just not a good idea. Somewhat on the basis of you already having an RX from the USA. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So, yeah, no, that makes sense. Ben's Band, I've been in Thailand for almost 3 weeks now, and because of my HBP, I needed additional meds to help me out. I found that Kangaroo is a must-have. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what HPV is, but HPV. I don't recognize the acronym. But I'm glad that you have found a solution to your problem, for sure. Addie says, Russian discos at end of Walker Street Thai, bad for you, be careful. Absolutely, Addie. Yes, I agree, 100%. Stuck in Florida, high blood pressure. Yep. I have that at 39 years old. At 39 years old, I have PVCs of the heart and high blood pressure. So it's like, I gotta do something better. Ray, what's up, buddy? Ross says, if you know your normal RX and it's non-opioid based, most pharmacies will give it to you without an RX. That's been my experience as well. But you can forget about anything opioid based. Forget it. Ain't happening. Jim says State of Florida is our in-house translator. Yes, I agree. Addie says swallow a clove of garlic each day to reduce blood pressure. I've heard of that before. I've tried that before. It worked. But the problem is it makes, like, I stink. You know what I mean? Like I stink. I smell like garlic, and I'm not sure how I feel about smelling like garlic. Like garlic. Just to be totally honest with you, that's one thing. Coca-Cola. That's one thing I got to get rid of because sugar is bad. Oh, high blood pressure. Gotcha. Okay. Ray, why can't I sell everything and move to Thailand? Well, you can, but as explained earlier in the video, as I was going through all this stuff, the thought came to me um, about moving home and trying to get, because I know I can get the care I need at home, and but I had no place to live, no car to drive, no job set up, no health insurance, and no doctor to go see. So what I was saying is, if you're going to move to Thailand or anywhere else in Southeast Asia, it's a good idea to leave some type of asset at home, unless you have bukus of money. Okay, if you have bukus of money, then it doesn't matter. But if you, the thing about it is um, if you at least leave yourself a place to stay and leave yourself a mode of transportation of some type, then if you have an emergency come up here, you'll be okay. But and you'll be less stressed. You'll be much less stressed. Again, to someone who has plenty of money, you can sell everything and move, because if you have to go home for an emergency or whatever, you can get a hotel, no problem. Rent a car, no problem. But I'm talking about for the financially, or for the not financially savvy. That's not the word I'm looking for, but for the budget friendly people. It's always a good idea to leave a few assets at home. Like myself, if I would have had to go home, I would have had nothing to go to. I would have had to start from ground zero, and that's just not something that I'm interested in. Steven says, you have touched on this many times on your vlogs before. It never hurts to be reminded. Savings and a plan B is so important. If you're an expat, your health is the one thing that can change your best plan. You are absolutely right, Steven. That's a great comment. Health has got to come first for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Ross rolled the dice. And it is what it is. Addie says no sugar for 4 months, feel better. I've heard that. In fact, my father is on the keto diet. He doesn't eat any kind of sugar or drink any kind of sugar, and that's a low carb diet too. He's healthier than he's ever been before. So I don't know. I eat a teaspoon of cayenne every day. That sounds like a pepper. Richard, what's up, my man? Hello, late ARG. I don't know what ARG stands for, but it's good to see you, brother. Real good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. We love you. Would you like a wrench? Let's give you a wrench, because I know you like to swing. Ross says, hey, John, you are so right. Cut out sugar and you will start feeling better in no time. Ray says, I've thought of that. My plan B to return would be to buy a minivan and throw a mattress in it. Hey, whatever works, man. If that's what works for you, go for it. Cody, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. And good afternoon to you, sir. Good to see you. I was wondering if you were going to drop by. Ray says, I wouldn't come back to my home state. No problem with that. Ray B says, agreed. I sold 2 Mustangs and a Jeep. Now I have to buy a vehicle when I return in January. See? But it's okay. It's a good opportunity to learn from your mistakes, man. It's a good opportunity. Good opportunity to learn. And thank you for reinforcing my point of this video, which is, for the average person, leaving 2 assets at home, somewhere to live and something to drive, is a good idea. It's a good idea. Ray says, "Oh, Ben, man, I got you on the high blood pressure. Thanks. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize that." Ray says, "I'm on keto because I'm a diabetic." That's a good, very good diet to be on if you are in fact a diabetic. So, good for you, Ray. Michael, good morning or good evening. Hello. Kangaroo, a generic version of Viagra. I don't have that problem. Ray Ray says, I'm not on control it with my diet, no sugar or carbs. Good for you, man. Addie says, same as me on keto diet. Proud of your dad. Good, man. Addie, good. Because I've heard it. A lot of people ridicule people about, nothing sometimes. Excuse me one second, guys. My dad's got ridiculed about being on the keto diet, like it don't work, it don't work, it don't work, it don't work. It's worked for him. Worked for him very well. And he's healthy as a horse. I mean, that's a Southern saying, guys. Sorry. Richard says, what's up, everyone? And yes, I like to swing a wrench. Watch out, everyone. Watch your language. Good for you, Richard. I appreciate you, brother. Benjamin says, I'm on keto too. Dropped 27 pounds. That's about how much weight my dad dropped. Cody says, I'm taking advice you have given before. Visit a couple times a year first. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Cody. Absolutely. You can't go wrong with visiting a few times and trying to pick out, like your favorite spots, the things you want to do, where you want to live, what's important to you, what matters to you over in Thailand, what matters to you. It's up to you. Ultimately, it's really up to you. Let's see. Ross says having a vehicle left back home can add up additional costs, back taxes, insurance can add up. Well, here's the thing about having a vehicle left back at home. You take the tag off of it, you cancel the insurance. The worst thing that could happen is the inspection's going to run out and you may have to pay your vehicle tax yearly. So you have to decide if it's worth it or not. If it's worth it paying the taxes, and do you have a place to keep a car? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a car. It can be a motorcycle of some kind. So that's a way to keep the expenses down. I hear you though. I understand what you're saying. Ray says that is great, Benjamin. Check the Dr. Jason Fung channel for diabetes. Cool. Cody says, hey everyone, sorry took a pizza nap. As I'm getting older, eating too much at once makes me sleepy. Now I see why my nanny nibbled on those flavorless Rice Krispie things. I know, right? My nanny did too. She tried at the end, but she lost both her legs to diabetes. So, and she had other problems as well. Philthos says, been working on moving toward a minimalist lifestyle and have been contemplating early retirement in Thailand. Recently found your vids tremendously real and helpful. Great to finally catch you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I only speak from my experience and those around me that I've personally, seen, experienced things, or that they've told me, and I know that they're not lying to me because what they say, number one, they're my friends, and number two, what they say makes sense. And if I go look it up, it always makes sense. So thumbs up for the content, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, maybe. Let's see. Spicy says, make sure you keep non-moving insurance on it, though. Non-moving insurance on the. I have two kinds of insurances. I have accidental insurance, which covers me up to 1,000,000 baht, and then I have major medical, which covers me up to 1,000,000 baht. So those are the two types of insurance that I have. Cody Benjamin says keto works great. Maybe I need to try the keto. Cody says not having a vehicle is going to save me probably 7,000 to 8,000 a year. Yep, there you go. It's whatever works for you guys. It doesn't have to be, when I say have an asset at home, I don't necessarily mean that car has to be yours, right? It could be a family member's, but just make sure you got something to drive to get back and forth to if you don't have a lot of money for car rentals. Spicy says it was very cheap, like maybe 20 to 25% of the previous moving insurance costs. Let's see. Ross says going in Texas could be even more if gas prices go too high. That's true. Eddie says keto diet is the best thing ever done for my health. I'm gonna have to look into this. You know that, guys. You're convincing me here to look into this. Cody says, Ross, yeah, that's saving with paid off vehicles. So more if I had a note, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Addie says, I had too many material things, sold it all, now live out of suitcase freedom. If that's what works for you, that's what works for you. I'm just telling you from my personal situation, from what happened to me, I would have given anything to have assets back in the U.S. Not necessarily vehicles and cars, but assets. Period. That's just me. Hey, Nell in Thailand, good to see you, man. Spicy says, I meant for your vehicle in the U.S. In case like a tree falls on it. Oh, I got you. Ross says non-moving insurance on the vehicle. If you leave it behind, you do not want automotive insurance to lapse. Yeah, well, you don't have to have it lapse. You just cancel it. Take the tag off of it and turn it in. I mean, this is something I've done before. Jim says, I was diagnosed being type 2 diabetic. I was taking 3 insulin shots today and 2 pills a day. I lost 148 pounds. Now my blood sugar runs between 95 and 105 at any given time, which is pretty much perfect. Good for you, Jim. That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. He says, so whatever diet or last out change that works for you, do it. I agree, Jim. I agree 110%, man. Eddie said, Ross says, John, the less you carry, the further you can go. That's true. That's true. Ray, that's great, Jim. I agree. Hey, Roger, good to see you, buddy. I've delayed my trip to Thailand. Oh no, my lady friend doesn't want me coming over until all my personal business is taken care of. That's probably not a bad idea. Like getting house sold, I'm bummed, but she's probably right. Yep, I think she's probably right. And we were talking about leaving assets in America too. So, leave yourself something behind, even if that's nothing but a large sum of money in the bank, just in case something happens over here. Cody says, Spicy, I'm an employee, not a contractor, but if I were, yes, I could write off vehicle use on taxes by mileage. Is the easiest way. True. Eddie says, my motorbike is still in Jomtien Inn at a mate's place. Filtho says, keto is the Atkins flavor, probably saved my life. Doing it intermittently over a few years took me down from 325 to about 210. I was 240 when I graduated high school, and I'm 54 now. Good for you, bud. That's a lot of progress, man. Stuck in Florida says, not as good as yours, Nell in Thailand. Let's see there. Jim threw up the PayPal link. Thank you for throwing up the PayPal link there, Jim. So for those of you that don't know, PayPal is the way we usually contribute to the channel here. PayPal or Super Chat, but usually PayPal. And those are all contributions that go toward equipment and travel for the channel, which is about to start again because I'm feeling so much better. And I'm going to have some interesting talking head informative videos for you guys as well. So let's see. Jim says, hey, DoMoreLife family, if you like the content that JC puts out and you would like to contribute to the channel, here is the PayPal link. PayPal only holds out 3% versus Super Chat holding out 30%. That's why we use PayPal most of the time. So that's up to you guys. I don't ever ask you for money. Usually this gets started in the chat and then we rake in a few dollars, and I'm very, very extraordinarily grateful for that. Stuck in Florida says, Nell in Thailand, tired, haven't had a day off in about a month. Ooh. Vehicles are a liability. They can be, that's for sure. Richard says, hey, Jay, with my friend, can you say hello to Kimmick? Hello, Kimmick. Addie says, I came back to Australia with nowhere to live. Bad planning. Yeah. See, that's where I get into that whole, like, have a plan B thing. That plan B can make or break you, really. Ray says buy a van, Eddie John. Ray's got it fixed. He's just going to buy a minivan and throw a mattress in the back. New York says, can our SS insurance be used in Thailand? You know, I saw on the wall yesterday, I know you could use Blue Cross and Blue Shield over here in some places, but I also saw a MetLife sticker that you could use. So if you have MetLife, there is certain places that you can use MetLife. I was I was shocked, totally shocked to see that. Medicare and Medicaid are no good over here, Frank. So you would have to buy some type of, you would have to buy like a Medicare part, either C or D. I can't remember which one. I think one covers doctors and one covers prescriptions, but you would have to buy a C and D probably through Blue Cross and Blue Shield, which is going to cost you a lot of money. I would look into the health insurance plans here. Go to AIS and look around. That would be nice. Boku, wherever you are, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Very much appreciated. Let's see. Hope Frog says it's sounding like a broken record about keto, but yeah, me too. Keto is great. Reduced a lot of problems for me, like fitness with your health problems. Maybe give it a try, JC. I definitely will. I'm definitely going to. I think you guys have convinced me and have told me that, or told me enough that I need to know that the keto diet is probably the way I need to go. Let's see. Cody in Texas says best diet I've ever seen is child support payments. Good one, Cody. I love it. Good one. Nell in Thailand says, I get a cheap car for 1,000 euros or less, drive it for 6 months, sell it for 500, and then it's time to go back to Thailand. My cars are like disposable razors. I hear you, bud. That's a good, hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. Eddie says, Ray, buying a van before I move back to John 10 next year. That's pretty cool. Ray says, I found it easier to lose weight when your life depends on it. I can imagine that pretty much applies across the board, for sure. Roger's laughing. And Cody says, I'm giving my kids the house to split 50-50. If I have to come back, they better have a couch for me until I find something, or you're bending them over your knee. I hear you, man. Stuck in Florida, I'll always have a place to come back to. I'll be financing my travels with my rentals. That's a very good idea. I know a lot of people that do that. So I always have a few houses in the States. That's a very good idea. I do have to say it's a very good idea. Hope Frog says, tennis pronounced tinnitus. Tinnitus. It's a constant ring in the ear. Okay. I got you. I've heard of that before. It's just been a long time since I've seen that word. That is, that would probably really get on my nerves. Yeah. So I can imagine what you go through with that, and I certainly hope it gets better. Eddie says, scratch record, not broken record. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Lee, what's up, Lee? Good to see you. Very glad you're here. Glad to see you're feeling better. I don't know if you've been listening or not, but had a doctor's appointment yesterday. Everything went wonderful, and I slept all night last night. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen every night, but she really, really, really did a great job with me. She told me it was going to take me about 4 weeks to get back to normal, but so far, so good. I feel great this morning, and I'm just loving the fact that you guys are in here with me, talking to me and listening to me. Roger says, my ex calls constant ringing in my ears. I bet so. Nell in Thailand says, I have to go, guys. I have to head to Bangkok today. Have a great stream. Thank you, Nell in Thailand. Appreciate you stopping by as always. And have a great day, man. Eddie says, living in Thailand, you learn a lot about yourself, how to manage life better. That there has never been more truer words spoken than that right there, Eddie. That's very true. Filtho says strategy question: selling house to buy an absentee owner biz convenience store to provide income while in Thailand. Thoughts? Ooh. Well, you gotta have to have an owner to own the store, and it's gonna have to be somebody you trust. But I guess that's no different than having a property manager over rental income. Really, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. I have to think about that one. Rick says, "Hey, buddy, nice to see you're here. Thanks for helping out with asking and answering fellas' questions. How do you feel if the country is stable? Do you know of a workaround for 90-day visa renewals?" When it comes to immigrant, I feel the country's stable. When it comes to workarounds on visas, it ain't happening. You might get lucky and go find something that works for you. But I can tell you right now, with the immigration apparatus, now that they have all the biometrics and pretty much they've really raised the bar. I don't think you're going to get around any 90-day stuff. I really don't think so. Zap, good to see you, man. Welcome. Good to see Zap in the house. Zap is in the house. And I'm glad you're here, buddy. I slept all night last night. Yay. That's what we're kind of celebrating that this morning. Filtho says, I'd own and got a cousin who is rock solid. Well, that's your judgment call. And I think if you feel he's rock solid, then you know that's subjective, but it's your subjective decision to make. Cody in Texas says, question: do you get key money back on a lease when it's over on a business? That's a good question. Somebody else I have to answer that because I don't know. Stuck in Florida says, Filthos, if the house is paid for, I would keep the house and rent it out. That's just my opinion. There you go. That's why this content works so well. That's why these live streams work so well, because we help each other out and we hit the thumbs up button because we like hitting thumbs up buttons. Yes, we do. We like hitting thumbs up buttons. What else we got going on, guys? We got a December the 10th terms of service policy going on for YouTube. So hopefully, I don't think this channel is going to be in any kind of danger. I've done extensive research on it, but ad revenue is going to drop across the board. We do know that. So any contributions made by anyone would be greatly appreciated. That's for sure. Even though this channel is not taking a direct hit from the kids stuff, then it's still going to take an overall ad revenue hit until YouTube figures out the algorithm to put the personalized ads on channels like this that have nothing to do with any of the stuff. So Stuck in Florida says, okay, I read that. Addie says, thinking of buying a condo in Jomtien. Have fun fixing it up. Hey, do it, man. Do it. Do it. Let me see what this said. Out of the area. Yeah, Philthos, I hear you, man. Can't put that comment up, but I definitely hear you there. We just leave that one there. Stuck in Florida says the house will always be worth something, not necessarily true with the business. That's a good point. That's a really good point, Stuck in Florida. I agree. Cody says, Addie, look up View Slay. There are 8 buildings with good prices on rent or buying. View to lie. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that one, Cody. That's a brand new one for me. Addie says immigration in Jomtien is so busy. Be nice, don't be loud, show respect, and you'll be fine. That's probably true for many of the immigration offices in certain places, but flying in or land border crossings, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough getting in. And the 90-day stuff, I wouldn't try. I wouldn't attempt to work around. I've never attempted to work around of any type of immigration process. So it's just not a good idea here. It's just not a good idea. You can get yourself in a ton of trouble, and over something significant that seems, you know, significantly small. Um, let's see. Cody says, Addie, look. Okay, I read that. Addie says, thanks, Cody. Cody says, they stretch from John Tien to Pattaya. I didn't know that. I'll be looking at them on my visits. You should do that, Cody, and let me know how they look and how they work out and the whole 9 yards. That would be extremely helpful, I think, to everybody that watches this channel and to people that watch these live streams and that kind of thing. So, Doug says, question. Yes, sir. I'm ready to answer. Waiting on Doug. Give me that question. Okay, maybe it's going to take Doug a minute to type the question. That's okay. In the meantime, well, here it goes. Economic situation is getting worse. Where? In America or Thailand? Or both? Adam says View Talay 6 is the building next to Central Festival, but that one is going to be pricey, I would imagine. Factory closing in Thailand. Really? Haven't heard about that. I went through some news this morning and found some very disturbing stuff. Like there was an American over here that did some bad things. There was some Thais that, you know, had gotten in some trouble. Baht versus dollar is 30. Yeah, the other day it was 29 something. It's going up, but I just don't see it staying up for a certain amount of time. I kind of think the 1% in Thailand. This is just my opinion now. That doesn't mean anything. I think the 1% are making sure that the bot stays extremely strong because they want to purchase land in Europe and London and other places around the world and that kind of thing. So you need a strong bot to do that in order to do those things. So hopefully we will. I thought we had the first PayPal of the day, but we didn't. That was a hurricane tracker. Anyway, I don't foresee it staying up like that. It just doesn't do really any good for anybody, unless you're traveling to a poor country. So I don't know. Addie says border run to Cambodia was crazy on the bus. They speed like racing drivers, no seat belts. I haven't took one to Cambodia, but I've heard some horror stories coming out of there. Doug says unemployment is rising. You mean in Thailand? I haven't seen any numbers on that, but I'll take your word for it. Cody says, look on YouTube. There are probably 50 vids on the View Talay. Okay. Doug says in Thailand. I have to look into that, Doug. I haven't seen it. The closer you get to Pats, the more you'll pay. That's true. Adam says View Talay 2 will probably be a bargain. Hunter's best bet in John 10. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate the info. Rick says, how is auto insurance over there? I have no idea because I rent my motorbike and the insurance is taken care of. Or should I say moped insurance or motorcycle insurance? Do you know if there is dual citizenship between us and Thailand? Thanks, buddy. Great channel. You can become a permanent resident of Thailand. I am not sure that you can be a citizen. That's a good question. I'm not sure. But I know you can be a permanent resident. However, being a permanent resident here requires extraordinary hoops to jump through, and most of them are financial. I do know that. No dual citizenship, says stuck in Florida. Cool. Jim says, hey, DoMoreLife family, just a quick reminder, even if you don't have money to contribute to the DoMoreLife channel, take a moment of your time and share some of your favorite videos on social media. If you want this channel to grow, by the way, we're over 25,000 subscribers now, guys. So thank you very, very much to everyone who has been a part of that. I genuinely appreciate that. But if you can't contribute to the channel, sharing your favorite, just pick one DoMoreLife video that you like, share it on your Facebook page or Twitter or whatever, TikTok, whatever you want to share it on. It really helps the channel grow because it gets exposure to the channel. And I very, very, very much am always appreciative of that. So thank you, Jim. Thank you for the reminder. Cody says, I found in 2013 May the baht was 29 to the US dollar. Still not too bad in my humble opinion at 30. It's not bad, but it was like when I arrived, it was like almost 32, and that, believe it or not, that makes quite a bit of difference if you're exchanging a lot of money. Doug says, look on Swastid's channel. Yep, he's got a good channel. He can probably answer some of your questions for sure. I hadn't seen him in a while, by the way. Ross says, auto insurance costs my 4-year truck with zero deductible cost 16,240 baht. My car 4-year zero deductible 13,300 baht. Lee, I knew I can. Here's the thing about Lee, right? Whoever this person is, I've never seen their face. I've never talked to them really much offline, but they always get something started when it comes to the PayPal. Always. And I am just so incredibly grateful for people like Lee that contribute to this channel, because you guys are the reason that this channel can keep going the way that it goes. Like, I genuinely love and appreciate everything that you guys do for me. So thank you so much, Lee. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Back to the auto insurance. And Filtho says, from some light research, it seems Thailand does not offer citizenship to foreign nationals. Hoping that changes at some point, but not likely. It won't change. I don't think it will. This is a whole different type of government over here. Whole different type. It's a whole different system than just about anywhere else in the world. I'm not going to go into detail about that. You can go to Integrity Legal and watch videos on that. Let's see. Ross says, when you buy a motorcycle, the dealer will provide insurance options and will pay for the first year. That's true. I've seen that happen before. My wife is great at shopping for insurance. It helps. Her best friend is an agent. I'm sure. So there's some information we've covered so far on why it may be right for you to have assets in your home country, why it may be right for you not to leave those assets in your home, or not to abandon those assets in your home country, and why it may be okay for you to abandon those assets in your home country. Me personally, I would just me, I would leave some type of place to live, and I would also leave some type of transportation. Again, the way I do that may be different from you. It is what it is. That's me personally. That's my suggestion. If you're a person with plenty of money, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, then don't worry about it. No reason to worry about it if you got everything covered. That was the original topic of the video. Then I talked about how sick I've been over the last month and why you haven't gotten a lot of content out on the channel, why you hadn't seen a lot of videos. Hopefully I can reintegrate some of those coming up this week. My plan is to spend the rest of the day doing laundry and editing, so hopefully that'll happen. And you guys will get to see content coming. That's the plan anyway. Because I went to a doctor yesterday and was helped extremely well by this doctor. And I talked about having the importance of finding a doctor once you come over here, or finding one before you come. I actually found this doctor before I came here. So now we're talking car insurance and everything else. Ross says when you buy, I read that. Let's see. Cody says I pay $130 a month for just liability here for me and my daughter. Full coverage would probably be double that, at least. At least. Ross says insurance is low for the same reason many other things are low cost here. It all comes down to the cost of labor. Minimum wage is less than $10 a day. That's true. Cody says, you think it's Bangkok getting you sick or just by chance? No, this is not Bangkok's fault. No, this is not Bangkok's fault. Green Army, I hope you feel better, man. I feel better today than I've felt in months. Green Army, thank you very much for the concern, though. I appreciate that very, very much. I know you are a loyal follower of the channel, and love and appreciate you, man. I really mean that. Shane says, I'll never sell my houses. I'm building another home here in the Philippines. Lorente Samar. Well, hey, man, if you got the money to do it by all means. I am not the one to tell you what you should do with your life. I'm just the one telling you what I should do with my life. That's it. Rick says, on a lighter note, how's the television over there? Any American TV? You can get American TV, but the packages are pretty they're pretty expensive, to be honest with you. The best thing to do is get some kind of like Fire Stick or something and have it jailbroke. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, Ross is going to explain the TV there for you. Cody says, every now and then I empty a can of Lysol around the house. Oh, you mean to keep from getting sick? I got you, bud. Frank says, when my son was under 18, the insurance company wanted a right arm to cover him. I'm sure. Cheyenne says, TV sucks and I'm in Philippines and got here last month and got sick like last time. I'm over it now. Usually happen. You ever notice you hear a lot of travelers when they go to these places, they'll go to Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, or whatever. And when they travel there for the first time, they get sick. I don't know what causes it. I'm not a doctor, but a lot of people get sick. New York says, can you get VPN into the U.S. television? Yes, sir. Jim has posted the PayPal link. Thank you, Jim, very, very much. We'll give people an opportunity to use that. If you enjoy the content, you're welcome to contribute whatever you want to the channel. And it makes my life easier, and it never goes to pay my rent or my bills, ever, never. It all goes for equipment and traveling and the things that I do behind the scenes that most of you guys don't get to see until the video comes out. So just so you know. Spicy says it's likely because you caught it in the airport. That's always true. And doesn't hit you till you get there. That's another good point. Cody says, I watch Japanese game shows here. I can't understand anything, but they literally go, wow, very interesting. That sounds like something you would do, Cody. Sounds like something you would do. Ross says, once moving here, I found myself wanting to watch TV less and less. Studies show watching too much TV causes depression. I agree with that. I've actually read a study on that. Addie says, boredom kills you during the day. Find a hobby or small projects if retired. I've heard that many times. Shan says, you're spot on. Love your vlog. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Always love the compliments. There's the Teespring store if you guys want to do more life merchandise. Usually I have my Do More Life shirt on, but I forgot, left my Tar Heel shirt on this morning. I was just kind of feeling really good and, I forgot to take it off. Filtho says, I had the opposite effect. When I get to Thailand, my sinus issues, joint pains, and a few other minor ailments disappear almost immediately. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's another good reason to come to Thailand. If it improves your health. Very good. Second Florida says, Addie John, fishing and eating will be my hobbies when I retire. There you go. Nothing wrong with fishing and eating. Nothing wrong with that at all. I grew up fishing. I love fishing. Jim Grady says, geez, want me to send you a North Carolina State t-shirt so you can start dressing better? No, I don't. Cody says, warm weather makes me want to be outside more. Americans all put on 15 pounds in the winter. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that for sure. Definitely a lot of truth to that. Michael, what's up? It's going to be interesting to hear Tar Heel accent come out in Thai. I know, right? Now, if and when I ever learn Thai, it will definitely be interesting. I agree. Definitely be interesting. RS7 says, yeah, Land of Smiles seems to cure many ills. That's very true. Adam says, it amazes me what you can get at a pharmacy in Thailand. That's true, but it depends on the area. It depends on the area that you're in. Rick says, Virginia Beach here, guys. Awesome, man. I just posted something on Facebook yesterday about Virginia. I forgot what it was. Where's your hat? Eddie says, well, I was just feeling so impressed this morning. I took a shower and everything, man. I mean, not impressed. I was feeling so good this morning. I just took a shower and decided to fix my hair and, get all fancy schmancy. Adam says, I have had back knots for ages and they gave me a combo of muscle relaxer and anti-inflammatory that made it all better. You can find that at the pharmacy for sure. For sure. I believe that 100%, Adam. Cody says, I'll need to find a pharmacy quick that says XXL prophylaxis. Stuck in Florida says, you sweat out on purities in Thailand daily. That's so good. Yes, good hair day. Good hair day today. I just got my hair cut yesterday. I was feeling so good after I left the doctor. I decided to get my hair cut. I thought it was pretty cool. And we had a good time anyway. So with that being said, I guess we will wrap it up, guys. About an hour and 12 minutes here. And Lee, thank you so much for your contribution. I genuinely appreciate it. You are the only contributor today. And I wish I had something I could send you or give you to thank you for it. But how about we just start putting out more content? We'll just put out more content. That'll be cool. Alonzo says, been watching your videos. I'm going to Thailand on the 2nd through the 14th. They have been helpful for a single man. Good, Alonzo. I'm very, very glad. It always makes me happy when people are watching and getting value from the content. Addie says, never seen snow here in Aussie Desert. I believe you. Spicy says, thanks for the channel, man. You are more than welcome. Lee says, have a great week. You do the same, Lee. And I really appreciate you very much. Cody says, cool, glad I caught y'all later. Robert says, everybody have a great day. So everybody have a great day. There's anything you need from me, hit me up. Great to see you, Jeremy. Keep up the live streams. You know I will, RS7. Stuck in Florida says, thanks everyone for joining the live stream. Keep doing more life for sure. Rick says, can you bring a legitimate prescription over there? For example, blood pressure medication. Do you have to bring a written prescription and then get it filled over there in Atlantic? I would personally, you can bring your blood pressure medication from home, and then you can get blood pressure medication over here. It's so easy. You walk in. I take blood pressure medication. You just walk in. Here's what I take in America, and they look at it and they give you a script. No problem. Great biz. Take care, sir. Thank you, Alonzo. Michael, you have a good one too, buddy. Jim says, JC and the rest of the DoMoreLife family, good to see everyone. I'm trying to get back to normal. I've got to hurry up so I can get these challenges going again. They were a lot of fun, and I can't wait. Me too, Jim. Me too, Jim. You really brought a lot to the channel, and I know you will continue to do so, buddy. And I wish you all the best. I know your situation, and wishing you all the best there for sure. For sure, for sure. Jim says, anyway, you see you guys. Oh, somebody decided to kick in. I think I can show this guy, Mr. Dependable here. Well, I'm not going to show his name just in case, but Mr. Dependable has $10 PayPal right here at the end of the stream. Thank you so much for that. These PayPals, whether they be big or small, really add up. Really add up, and I really appreciate it. Yes, that was the same one that I just got. Okay. Jim says, anyway, see you guys soon. I've got to go once again. Great seeing everyone on here. Go to PayPal for JC and the DoMoreLife channel. Talk to everyone soon. Okay, Jim, you take care, brother. Love you, man. And hope everything works out for you. Filtho says, the farm was 120 baht. I'm going to delete that comment only because it has the specific name of something in there, and I don't know how YouTube feels about that. But your comment, with me, nothing wrong with it. Stuck in Florida says, I'll be glad when I can participate in those again, Jim. Yep, we'll get in there. We'll get back there, guys, for sure. Really nice live streamer. No, Frank, I haven't seen anything. If you're talking about today, I haven't seen anything, bud. Let's see. Roger says, I sent $10 on PayPal. Did you not get it? Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to show it or not, Roger. So there it is, Roger, right there. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. That's what I was saying. These PayPals, they really add up, and they really go a long way. At the end. Let's see. RS7 says, keep it up. You know we're going to for sure. There's a comment I missed. Leonard says, good to learn things from you and take care of yourself. Thank you, Leonard. I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that very much. Filtho says, no worries. It's a BP med for the person asking. Yep. I knew what the med was. The putting the whole word up there. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like it. Sometimes they do. Last week, yes, I sent you an email, Mr. F. I sent you an email thanking you for it. Did you not get it? I'm not sure, but I have not seen anything today, sir. I don't know why, but I haven't seen anything today. Give me a second. I'll go to the PayPal itself and see if your name is up there. Let's see what happens while we look here. Oh, yeah, it's there. It came in, and I didn't even see it. Gotcha, man. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. It is there. It must have came in like right at the same time another one came in. So definitely got you. But last week I sent you an email thanking you for the one last week. So I hope you got that for sure. Because I always thank everybody for contributions. That is your hard-earned money coming out of your pocket, saying that you are contributing to this channel because you find value in it. That is a big deal to me. Jeremy, really nice live streamer. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Great to see genuine content, real people without alternative agendas. Isn't that so nice? It's so nice. That's why I love these live streams, and I miss doing them so much. Eddie says best channel ever. I don't know about that, but we try. We definitely try. So that being said, we'll wrap it up right there, guys. Much love from me to you. And if there's anything I can help you guys with in terms of questions, please let me know. If you have video ideas, also let me know. And let me answer this last question. Rick says, what made you make your decision to move to Thailand? My brother, pardon if you already answered it before. Yeah, I was living in the Philippines, and the situation there was going downhill fast. That's basically the short version. I'll tell you all about it if you want to know. You can message me on Facebook. I'll send you a message or whatever. Jim put a message up and then he retracted it. What did you retract it for, Jim? Roger says, took mine about 25 minutes. Wow. It's probably my internet. It's all good. Thailand vloggers are a rare breed, genuine people, that is. And I have to say that I kind of agree with you on that. RS7 or R7. I'm not sure if that's what you're trying to, that's how you say your name, but you make a valid point for sure. Bangkok Nana Hotel vid. I've got one up. It's a 10-minute walk from Nana. It's what's the name of that place? Can't remember. It's not that old though. Go in the videos and look in the last 2 months. It's there for sure. Jim says, hey guys, just remember you can still send contributions to Jeremy's PayPal even if the stream is not going. That is also true because my link is in the description of all my videos. Cody says, I'll go look. Okay, Cody. So as far as everything else goes, Jim, I really hope you feel better, man. I hope everything gets better for you. Simples, you're a good people. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Everybody make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way out of the stream here. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a lot. We got 35 thumbs up right now. I know you can't see it, but I can. Happiness says, are you still in Thailand? Just got your log. How do you feel about Vietnam? I have no feelings on Vietnam right now. I am still in Thailand, and I have no plans to go to Vietnam anytime soon. That's going to be down the road. But good question, Happiness. Good question. Definitely a good question. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I love you all very much. Do More Life family. If you want to rep some Do More Life merch, go to the Teespring store, which is also in the link of the description of this video and every other video. So, yeah, Do More Life, baby. Addie says, stress from the West, blah, give me the East any day. I hear you, man. Hope to see you soon. You will. All right, R7, you will. You definitely will. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Whatever you do today, please be sure to do more life. Love you guys. Mean it.